Again, heading into full gear.
He's waiting for MJF to turn around.
MJF is up and has to
go. He took the bullet.
And you know what, Taz? By God, we're gonna get it!
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoons Delight. So, this is a really interesting segment here, man. This is going to be the first of two videos, by the way, because I'm going to talk about the scissoring part in the next video, but we're going to talk about how Max Caster actually saved MJF. This was a great, like, little twist, here, because they've been showing the last few weeks how Max Caster really loves him some MJF. And that no matter how much MJF was shutting down Max Caster, trying to get on his team, because MJF desperately needed some teammates. And so they did something earlier tonight where MJF really had like a really tough time finding anybody to team with. Like the sucker shit he been doing all of these years to the roster caught up with him, right? Nobody wanted to be his teammate. Chris Jericho shut the door on him and everything. And it was crazy. Right, it was absolutely crazy how this was going on. But MJF, and like I said, it was just funny all night with MJF trying to find partners, right? But we knew at some point MJF was going to have to fall in line. And finally, get in and team up with the Acclaimed. So that we knew that was gonna happen eventually. We knew he wasn't gonna have any choice. So he teamed up with him against the Bullet Club Gold, who looked absolutely great in the match tonight together, right? Like it was a 4-way tag team match. And they look fucking like they look like they're in sync right now. Like they look like they can't be stopped. So they started putting the boots to all of the members. And then MJF was set up. He was the last man. They wanted to do him dirty, right? So the purpose of the match was to get for MJF to get his belt back, right? Still couldn't get it. Still couldn't get it because they lost. And so they put MJF in a position where he was about to do him dirty, bro, at the end of the match, right? They were about to do this dude dirty, right? So everyone gets back up on the Acclaim to even the odds. And then basically what ended up happening was that Max Caster got it. There was gonna be let me see. Let's just read this part off. So White waited for MJF to stand up and tried to hit him with the belt. But Caster returned and shoved MJF out of the way and took the belt shot instead. MJF chased White out of the ring, and then the Bullet Club Gold crew hit it to the stage. MJF stood on the ropes and watched BCG, Bullet Club Gold, then joined Anthony Bowens and Billy Gunn in checking on Caster, right? So MJF still looked like he didn't even, like he looked like a fucking douchebag at this part, right? I was like on some real life shit. Like, MJF, you better not walk away from Max Caster like that. Like, this dude took a shot for you. You know what I mean? He took a shot for you. And Billy Gunn reminded him of that. Like, Billy Gunn got in his face. He was like, this kid did all this shit for you, and you're just going to walk away. You know, Billy Gunn was like on MJF's ass. And it kind of woke MJF up like, nigga, you better give him this scissor. So they all scissored each other in a 4-way. So it looks like MJF is on board. You know, and I like the way it went because it was just fun. You know, they had Anthony Bowens say, "No, Max, no, we talked about this before." You know, I love that shit. You know, like they were doing before. And it's all comedy. Everything connected with MJF with because of Adam Cole, Roderick Strong. All this shit is comedy, bro. So it's like perfect that they put the Acclaim in there in this situation, right? I I feel like I've been feeling this way too. I don't know if the rest of y'all been feeling this way. I feel like slowly Tony Khan is starting to, the booking is getting a little better in AEW as far as they're telling more stories now. They're starting to tell more stories. The way they're setting up their feuds are a little bit better. It's not as, some of the stuff is still random, but like a lot of this stuff is starting not to seem random. It's starting to feel very connected, very real. Like we got this whole thing going on with the and I'm gonna talk about this in the next video because actually, since I talked about the scissors here, I'm gonna call it audible, and we're gonna talk about when Wardlow attacked MJF because I forgot about that part. I forgot I got to talk about that, so we're gonna talk about that in the next video. But the mask that MJF had, that mask that we saw at the end of that one episode, that came into play in the beginning of the episode. So I'm starting to get a little bit of a idea who that might be. So we're gonna talk about that in the next video. But it's good to see. Hopefully MJF is on the same accord with the Acclaim. I think that'll be pretty fun, especially with Adam Cole now being out. If we can see MJF and the team with the Acclaim for a while, I would love to see that. I think that'd be pretty cool for the fans too to get it. Because that'll put even the Acclaim to the next stratosphere if they give it MJF, since MJF is the most overdued on the whole entire roster. So I think you can most definitely do that. So we'll see how that goes, man. Go ahead and give this video a like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. After news, so let's talk about Wardlow.